Hi everyone, my name is Greg Doyle and I write for Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat. I'm just coming to you today with a quick prediction video for Saturday's heavyweight fight between Daniel Dubois and Richard Lartey on the Frank Warren Queensberry Promotions card at Wembley Arena. You can actually watch it on BT Sport. You're welcome, Frank. Yeah, coming to you with a quick prediction video today on the fight and how I see the fight going. I have watched a bit of both guys. I've watched all of Daniel Dubois' career. With Richard Lartey, with all due respect, Richard's not a name that comes to the forefront of your mind when you think of the heavyweight division. However, I have done my homework on Richard and I have watched quite a bit of his fights over the last 24 hours or so. So did have a look at Richard's fight with a boy called DOYLE, which he won by stoppage victory, and another gentleman called Cabora, who he also stopped. He is currently the WBO Africa champion with a record of 15 fights, 14 wins, 1 loss with 11 stoppages. He'll be taking on, as I say, Daniel Dubois, who comes to us with a perfect record of 10-0 and 9 stoppages. So going back to Richard's fights with Cabora and Akola, if I believe so correctly, if I've got the pronunciations correct. Richard seems like a big powerful guy, throws really heavy shots, however throws them quite wild, and I think that's maybe what will cost him going forward on Saturday. As I say, he's quite a big puncher. He could give Dubois some problems, however he will need to up his game to do so. So leading on to Daniel Dubois, I've watched Daniel Dubois' whole career thus far. I particularly paid attention to his last 2 fights because I think that they are the fights that have told us an awful lot in his career so far. Those fights that I'm talking about, of course, are with Kevin Johnson, who has only been stopped twice in 11 or so defeats, I believe. He actually took Daniel the distance. Now, a lot of people would see that as a negative. I personally don't. Daniel, although he's an absolute mammoth, is a baby in the heavyweight division. He's still a young guy, he's still developing. So going the distance in that fight for Daniel, I think it was a great learning fight, and I think it set him up nicely for the Kajanu fight, because at times Daniel liked to follow Kevin around the ring, which Kevin can do. Kevin's an old school pro. He can make you look bad if you're not having your best night, and I felt Daniel followed him a little round the ring at times instead of cutting the ring off and doubling up on his jab, which he seemed to abandon at times as well. However, negativity aside, I believe that it was a good win and a great experience to go the 10 rounds for Daniel, something that could really propel him going forward in his career, to know that he can do the distance and do it relatively comfortable. So the next fight that I came to was against Kajanu of Romania. Kajanu, as you guys know, he went the distance with Nathan Gorman, and he went the distance with former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker. So both of those fights, I believe Nathan and Joseph let Kajanu off the hook at times. Nathan is more of a beautiful boxer in terms of a big puncher, if he doesn't mind me saying so. He can carry a bit of a dig, but no, it's not something that he's well known for. So I watched those 2 fights, Parker, Kajanu, and I watched it with Gorman and Kajanu. I thought both guys could have done more, but he took both the distance and they got the win, whereas Daniel Dubois got Kajanu out in 2 rounds. Do I believe Daniel would have got Kajanu out in 2 rounds hadn't he went the distance with Kevin Johnson? No. I also think that had the possibility of going the distance, but I think Daniel, being the student of the game that he is, he knew the mistakes he made in the Johnson fight, and he was not going to let Kajanu try and old man him, as the phrase goes. So, which leads me on to the prediction for Saturday's fight. I believe that Richard will need to perform a lot better than he has if he is going to trouble Daniel. I believe that Daniel is going to take him out early or towards the middle stages, purely because although Richard punches very hard, he's quite wild when he throws, and he throws from his hips a lot. If you do that with Daniel Dubois, you'll be lucky to keep your head, with all due respect. So my prediction for the fight on Saturday is I see Daniel stopping Richard Lartey. I'm going to say round about round 4. I don't want to get drawn into a round prediction, but what I would say is I don't really see it going by the middle stages, if going by the way that Richard Lartey boxes. So if you want to see more content from myself, you can catch me at Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat, I should say. We are one of the fastest growing UK sites, and we are covering a lot of UK action and also developing some fantastic articles for fights around the world. You can catch us on Instagram, you can catch us on Facebook, or you can catch us on Twitter. So yeah, my prediction for this Saturday is Daniel Dubois to stop Richard Lartey early or towards the middle stages. Thank you.